Call to order the meeting of the Crawford County Commission, February 21st, 2023. Begin with flag salute.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Had a chance to look over the previous meeting minutes. Is there any changes and or additions?
No, I'll make a motion that we accept them.
Second.
Aye.
Moving on to signing the motions.
First motion, 23-080, to approve the consent agenda. (23-081), executive session regarding maintenance department. (23-082), executive session regarding EMS. (23-083), to approve the distribution of the 2023 special funding requests. (23-084), to approve the annual summary and review of the solid waste plan for 2022. (23-085), to approve the quote from Crawcan for an intercom system. (23-086), to approve the quote from Trackstar International for a GPS system. (23-087), executive session regarding noxious weed. (23-088), to approve the 2023 noxious weed management plan. (23-089), executive session regarding road and bridge. And finally, 23-090, executive session regarding EMS.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Commissioners.
All right. I guess before we start, do we have anyone from the public that'd like to speak? Seeing no one, I'll move on to new business. Lisa?
I have no new business.
Carl? Or sorry, Tom, I'm
Tim.
out of order.
Yeah.
Don't matter though. Tom, you have anything new business?
No, sir.
Carl?
Yeah, I just wonder, this is old, new business, but what did you find out about bids on the culverts? Did you find out anything, Jim,
I
yet?
did not, Carl, I'm sorry.
Okay, can we maybe have something Friday on
something
that,
for
something
Friday.
going on that? And what are we gonna do about a physical for new REs?
Okay, so the physical is, it's $80 for the physical, and then there's a separate back screening that they do that we probably wouldn't need everyone to complete, but it might be for EMS that lifts
Right.
patients, maybe the road and bridge, other departments where lifting is the priority. That is another $60. So it's, I know comparably speaking, the total is probably about what we were spending last, we were over $100 with Via Christi, so the regular screening is cheaper to do at the $80, $82, I think it is.
What all does that include, Jim? Do you know?
General physical
Okay,
is what it is, Carl.
Okay.
They'll go through, she said, every party or,
except on the back.
more detailed on the
On the
back
back.
if you want to do the separate. And they get into more questions and they do more of a physical look at your back. Because that's where a lot of the problems end up being.
Okay. What do you think, Bruce?
Oh, it does, I mean, so you're talking like a pre-physical before hire E?
Yes,
Well, I've been talking to a few people, they can do it two ways. One way is they can do a pre-physical before you hire them, or you can hire them and they're on a 6 months probation, 6 weeks or what have you, and then you can have them go get a physical. So,
I
which is, I think the best is have a physical before they get hired. But I don't know whether there's any laws there or not.
no, you're allowed to do it. And I think, I would rather do it before because I
Okay.
know what happens. Somebody gets going 3, 4, 6 months, get hurt.
Yep.
Like, why didn't they do a physical? Well, somebody forgot it. So
Yep.
let's just, if we're going to do them, let's do them pre.
Okay. What do you think, Tom?
Yeah, no, I don't think that's a bad idea.
Okay. Well, I make a motion that any new HREs take a physical, the $80 one, then I suppose it's really kind of up to the supervisor, like with Randy who does lifting, maybe
Yes.
the road and bridge, like people working in their courthouse, maybe not, but
Right.
if they feel they should, what's another $60? Be $140.
Okay.
And have Freeman do it through clinic at Sullivan's.
Yes.
Is that okay?
Yep.
I made the motion.
Second.
Aye. Okay, the other thing I got here is I'd like to have an executive session for about 30 minutes with the 2 commissioners. We don't have the third one unless
We
we
do.
pull you through the screen.
We can do it over the phone if we.
Yeah, okay. With the 3 commissioners and county council for some legal pertaining to
So
attorney-client.
attorney-client.
Okay.
Do I have to say any more, or is that good enough?
And the area would be,
The cottages for the military retirees.
oh, okay, yeah.
And.
Okay, so basic property.
Right.
Yeah.
I'd like to go
Okay,
up to 30 minutes on that.
okay.
And the other one would be, I'd like to have a little clarification on the funding. That second one, ARPA, is that how you pronounce it?
ARPA?
ARPA, whatever it is.
ARPA funding?
Yeah, I'd like to do that in executive session for about 15 minutes. I had a party last night and I didn't quite understand what he's trying to tell me. And
Okay.
Attorney-client?
Yeah, attorney-client on that one, if you don't mind, or
Contract.
information-wise.
Yeah.
And then on the vacancy that we have, do we need to do that in executive session?
Yes,
Okay, 10 minutes on that.
okay.
That would be the commissioners and county council,
Non-elected personnel.
non-elected personnel.
10 minutes, that's your maintenance, yeah.
Yeah,
Yep.
about the maintenance.
Yep.
That's all for right now, thank you.
Okay. It's kind of old business, but I talked to Alyssa, she's supposed to be getting our quote for, or invoice on the crack seal, possibly be here Friday, and trying to put together a list of when they do the training, who needs to be involved in that. So I've got a couple people in my district, or however many, it doesn't matter, I guess, Tom, if you want 3 people being trained, or,
No, it might not hurt to have a couple anyway.
okay? So I don't think they're gonna be doing the training Friday. It just depends on the weather. So if they bring it down, they don't do the training, that day they'll schedule it.
Okay.
And we can figure out an area or however we want to do on the training piece and make sure everybody knows what's going on. So I guess think of a list of who you want involved, that way we don't miss them.
You mentioned that, I seen Pittsburgh doing yesterday, so I just stopped and was rubbernecking,
I've
watching.
got a couple people over there today, actually,
They're
watching Pittsburgh.
And it takes, let's see, there was 1, 2, 3, truck drivers, 4. And then you have, you need about 5 guys, really.
Yeah, I think it depends on the severity of what you're dealing with
Yeah.
and the
This here,
traffic.
with the traffic, and then you got someone driving that truck, and you got another guy driving a truck with a compressor to blow out the cracks, you know. But I think I
I
counted
think,
5 guys.
I think this unit has the compressor on the trailer, so it should be one truck, one trailer.
Okay.
And
But,
the traffic's gonna be the main thing we
I'll
gotta
have-
deal
yeah.
with, depending on the areas. But I've got some areas that there's not a lot of traffic.
Mm-hmm.
Obviously, if we did something like Gooding Road, completely different animal.
But I'll probably, like you say, probably have 3 people come over when you do it.
Okay.
Are you gonna let Jim know, and Jim let me know if we're gonna do it Friday or not?
They're going to bring it Friday.
Oh, just bring it
I don't know if
Friday?
it's gonna be, the training's gonna be Friday. Alyssa's gonna know more sometime today.
Okay,
So she's trying to get the finalized invoice, that way everything happens by Friday, but I'm sure we'll get it within this time
we're
frame.
paying cash for this?
We went through and did it a while back. I can't remember how we
Yes.
set it up.
Okay,
Yep.
was it
Cash on this
29,000 something, if I remember right?
I don't
Thought
remember
it was-
the number, but it is cash.
Okay.
I'd have to look back
okay,
at my notes.
Okay,
So I'll let you, well, I'll have a list to let you know when they set up the training.
okay,
That way,
okay. Are, did
schedule
you
it.
order material?
I think that's part, there's gonna be some material, yeah.
I see
don't know
now
how
they're
much.
using, what Pittsburgh was using, them square boxes. It was on a pallet. And the ones when we looked at it 5, 6 years ago, they was in tubes.
Yep.
You know, but, you know, that's 5 or 6 years ago. Okay.
So, that's all I can think of right now as far as new business. Moving on, old business, Lisa,
I have none.
Jim?
Yes. Kind of new business, but they missed me on the agenda today, so
Gotcha.
I'll just have to move mine. Want to hand this around, and then I want to wait till Friday when Tom gets back and has a chance to look through these. This is the next round of settlements through the National Opioid Settlement Group. 5 different companies that have agreed to pay various amounts. You can see them listed on the first page. Teva, Allergan, CVS, Walgreens, and Walmart. Then it shows in the settlement overview
Wow.
what they've agreed to pay, mostly over a 10 to 15-year period. As we have done before, we'll need to execute an agreement with each of those parties. And like I said, I'm good with just reviewing this today, and then we'll have, when Tom's back, I'll go through it a little more Friday. But these are the vendors. Just so you know, so far to date, county has received $88,344.62. 88,344.62. Those are set up in a separate fund, and they have to be used for opioid remediation. I've done some more digging on that. There's a lot of uses, eligible uses, a lot more than even I thought. But this will be another round of money that we'll need to get these turned in, and then the checks come in every so often. Some pay yearly, some pay one lump sum, so it's just a matter of how they pay.
Jim,
Yes.
have you see if you got checks before?
Yes,
Okay, who's asked for this money? Or were you still got it on hold or what?
the process on the money,
Yes.
who can?
Well, yeah. In other words, right now, we'll say you got $10
Right,
6 months ago.
yes.
Who's entitled to have that, or is this for addiction?
It's for
treatment?
addiction. It's for addiction. Now, it's pretty broad. It can be for inmates, it can be for people in the court system, it can obviously be for the addiction treatment center. There's a lot of uses for the money. I think we've got like $10,000 the first round. We're building up a little bit of money in it now, to where we probably need to start having some conversations. Maybe wait till we see what kind of money we get here. But it's up to the commissioners to decide who gets that money. And then we'll need to know how it's spent, because
Okay.
I have to report back to the Attorney General each year on how we spend
How
it.
we spent? So can I, you say you got 10,000 so far?
We've got about 88,000 so
Total?
far. Yes.
And what we plan on getting this time? Do you have any idea?
We'll never know.
Never know.
It all depends on how many municipalities sign
Put
the
in,
agreement.
yeah.
So whoever signs up gets a cut. And
Okay.
then we won't know until we get a check.
So-
Actually, that's not true. Usually they'll send us a list of what we're gonna get. We'll know ahead of time, but we won't know until everybody turns these in.
So really, right now then, we got 88,000 roughly set in some place?
Sits in
In
a
a
separate account for
separate account?
opioids, yes, for mediation. And like I say, I have to answer to the state on that money, so it just can't go
And you're the
free.
one that's kind of, or we are,
Yes.
but you're the one keeping track of it
Yes.
for us?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes, that money's available. We'll probably wait till we get a little more money in
Oh,
the
yeah.
pot until we start deciding how we want to distribute it. But obviously, a lot of county departments are eligible, but also it can go out to the public as well if there's entities that help. So it's pretty broad,
And it's just for our county?
just for Crawford County.
Yep.
Each county's on their own, whether they sign up or not.
Okay. Okay, thank you.
But I'll go through it in a little more detail on Friday.
Okay.
Wait
Do
till
we
I-
still have the same attorney we had to start out
We
with?
still have the same attorney. I've made sure that they're aware of this. I run everything through him. He told me to get it signed as soon as we can, so,
Okay.
and make sure we get our money.
Now, his money will come out, his fee will come out of
It
what
all
we
comes out
get?
of the national settlements.
Oh, does it?
It does not
Okay.
come out of our money.
Oh, no, okay, good.
It does not come out
Good.
of our money.
Good,
Their fee is part of the national settlement.
good, good. Sounds great.
Anything else?
That is all that I have. Thank you.
Okay. Tom?
No business.
Carl?
No, not at this time, not old business. I may, do one thing, let's, if you don't mind, can we add about 10 minutes for EMS and executive session to ask you some questions that, that. we-
Non-elected?
Unelected for personnel, please.
Yep. The only thing I have to add is, I got a call from Dale again this morning, kind of roughly wanted an idea on how many miles we plan on painting this year. I'm assuming since we haven't set any sort of, long-term plan up, it'll be similar to what we did last year. Is that fair to say? Time to.
Yeah.
If it was
So-
25 or 27 miles we did last year, just kind of plan on the same amount?
Yeah.
Okay, I'll
We'll
call him.
just probably have to see where the money goes, but.
I'll call him
Now, we
after
don't have to
meeting.
put that in the contract, do we, or is that just roughly?
They just try to get an idea how many we're gonna do, so they can order the paint, because we get a cheaper price if we do it in advance.
Now, question, I see that you're using this, I call it a sealer after you chip and seal. What you guys can give me a breakdown of that later on, what's it cost per mile to
Yeah, we can
spray
look at that.
on?
So the reason that change happened is we got two, if we chip and seal, we wait till the next year to paint it. If we do the seal coat after, we can paint it that year. So we can have, instead of waiting a year to paint the lines, we can do it the same season.
Same year we do the
Yes.
seal?
Right. So that's
Does it
kinda-
seem like it's paying off as far as, holding the chip and seal, maybe get another year or two out of it?
I'm assuming, but we probably don't have enough data to really look at it. It seems like obviously the aggregate stays there because it kind of
Oh, yeah.
locks it in.
Mhm.
So the only downside is obviously we got to broom it a little bit before we do that, and
Only thing I can see is, myself personally, I don't know how we're gonna come out on all these, from the dryness,
yeah,
the cracks, how much money we're gonna have in this.
yeah.
It may be a mystery.
But the whole idea was to be able to paint the lines the same year
Yep,
and not waste the money on the paint, was to do
okay.
and really with them being smoke sealed, I guess is what it's called, smoke sealed,
Smoke seal?
you have to paint it, or
Okay. smoke-
you're better
yeah,
off not
yeah.
to smoke seal it, because it makes those roads so dark.
Okay. I'll have to remember that.
So I'll just, if that's okay,
Yeah,
I'll
that's
tell Dale,
fine.
same
Fine.
amount as last year, and that should work.
Okay with you, Tom?
Yeah, that's fine.
All right, anything else for old business before I move on to these executive sessions? All right, I guess we'll go to the first one. The first one I have is executive session for a period of 30 minutes. 3 commissioners and council, Tom via phone, under attorney-client with regards to property.
Yes.
Okay.
That's a motion. You all right doing on phone, Tom?
Yeah, I'm fine.
Okay.
So,
All right, thank you.
Does he need to hang up with this?
You can mute that.
Just mute that, I'll call him in there.
We'll call him separate.
Okay.
And then if you can hear us, let us know.
Yep, yeah.
Yeah, please.
Yep.
You good? Yep. All right, next one we have is executive session for 15 minutes. 3 commissioners of council under attorney-client privilege in regards to ARPA contracts.
You made a motion.
I made a motion, sorry.
I second.
All right, the next motion I've got is an executive session under non-elected personnel, three commissioners council for 10 minutes pertaining to maintenance.
I'll second that.
Make a motion to go into executive session for a period of 10 minutes under non-elected personnel. 3 commissioners of council over EMS.
Second that.
All right. Okay, if there's nothing else, I'll go on to future business. February 24th, 9 a.m. work session with EMS Director Randy Sandberg. February 28th, 10 a.m. public hearing on vacating a platted valley located in Block 8 in the Township of Oplus. And under announcements, we have none. Is there any other business?
Nope, I make a motion that we adjourn.
Second.